News of Saladin's victory and the fall of Jerusalem raced across Europe. Messengers spoke of shattered Christian armies and trampled banners lying beneath the hooves of Saladin's warriors. For Christendom, the loss was catastrophic. The holiest city in the world was now in Muslim hands. Within weeks, Pope Gregory VIII issued a call for a new crusade to reclaim Jerusalem. Across Europe, kings and warriors vowed to take the cross. Three great rulers answered the call: Richard the Lionheart of England, Philip II of France, and Frederick Barbarossa, the Holy Roman Emperor. Frederick was the first to begin the journey. On May 11, 1189, he marched toward the Holy Land with nearly 18,000 men, including 3,000 knights. As the army moved south, it was joined by 2,000 Hungarian troops led by Prince Gaza, brother of King Bela III. The landscape slowly changed, from the flat plains of Central Europe to the rugged hills and thick forests of the Balkans. The Crusaders advanced cautiously, aware that the terrain was filled with dangers, hostile tribes, narrow passes, and unpredictable storms. Upon reaching the Byzantine border, the Crusaders encountered their first major obstacle: the Byzantines themselves. Despite promises of safe passage, it soon became clear that Emperor Isaac II Angelos had no intention of helping them. Secretly negotiating with Saladin, Isaac sought to delay the Crusaders in return for security for his own empire. Skirmishes erupted as small Byzantine detachments harassed the Crusader column. On August 24, the Crusaders reached Philippopolis. The Byzantine garrison fled, and soon afterward an envoy from Isaac arrived with a provocative letter, addressing Frederick merely as King of Germany and accusing him of plotting to seize Constantinople. 2 days later, the Crusaders occupied the city and seized its supplies. From then on, they ravaged the surrounding lands using a scorched earth strategy. Over the following weeks, they captured several towns, forcing the Byzantines to respond. Isaac dispatched 2,000 horsemen to ambush the Crusaders, but Armenian locals revealed the plan. Frederick countered with 5,000 cavalry. A pitched battle followed, and the Byzantine forces were decisively routed. Threatened with an attack on Constantinople, Isaac finally granted the Crusaders safe passage into Asia Minor. Though promised safety by the Sultanate of Rum, the Crusaders instead faced near-constant Turkish hit-and-run assaults. A Turkish force of 10,000 men was later crushed by just 2,000 Crusaders at the Battle of Philomeilion. Exhausted and harassed, the Crusaders decided to strike at the Turkish heartland, the capital, Iconium. On May 18, 1190, Frederick's army defeated the Turks outside Iconium, stormed the city, and killed some 3,000 defenders. Morale surged as the march resumed. While crossing the Salef River, Frederick's horse slipped on the rocks. Thrown into the water, the emperor drowned. His death shattered the Crusader army. Most troops returned to Germany, the remainder continued to Antioch. Although they never reached Jerusalem, Frederick's campaign dealt severe blows to the Seljuk Sultanate. Richard the Lionheart led a force of roughly 15,000 men, infantry, archers, and 2,000 mounted knights, reinforced by soldiers from Normandy, Aquitaine, and Anjou. Philip II commanded a slightly smaller army of around 10,000. Philip departed Sicily on March 30, 1191, Richard followed 2 weeks later. A violent storm scattered Richard's fleet, driving him to Cyprus. There, Byzantine ruler Isaac Komnenos broke his oath of hospitality and demanded Richard leave the island. Richard responded by conquering Cyprus, though he soon departed, intent on reaching the Holy Land. After his capture at Hattin and release by Saladin, King Guy of Jerusalem sought to restore his honor. He targeted Acre, a vital coastal stronghold. In August 1189, Guy besieged the city with around 7,000 men, including 400 knights. Inside Acre, Saladin had left a garrison of roughly 6,000 well-prepared defenders. The siege was brutal. Disease, starvation, and constant fighting plagued both sides. Saladin repeatedly counterattacked to relieve the city, but neither side could break the stalemate. Early in 1190, Austrian forces under Duke Leopold V and contingents from France and England arrived. In the spring of 1191, Richard and Philip reached Acre with new troops and powerful siege engines. Richard quickly assumed command. His aggressive assaults and naval blockade tightened the noose around the city.